I'm Haley Taylor, and you're listening to the Rough Draft Diaries. This week on the Rough Draft Diaries Revisit, we're revisiting a place that holds very special memories for me. An episode that first aired in May of 2017, but also the destination for the Rough Draft Diaries 100th episode celebration. The owner is Maureen Brogan, but everyone calls her Mo.
My name is Maureen Brogan, and I'm the owner of the original sub shop and deli on Broadway.
That's Broadway Street, and we're back to Broadway Street in downtown Toledo for this episode. Obviously, we couldn't be there in person, but Mo was in the shop when we called. She's been doing repairs on the shop for the past few weeks since it's been closed. But closing the shop was never a part of the original plan.
So there was a couple weeks worth of shutdown, basically. And because we're a restaurant, of course, we were allowed to do to-go food. And so we were staying open to go. And I was like darn determined to stay open to go. And I'm pretty sure that I had COVID, but I'm not sure because thank God I wasn't sick enough to be tested. But that's why the sub shop ended up closing. I was totally freaked out to tell people that at first, but now I'm like, it's like our entire country is sick. People are not going to freak out. It's going to be okay.
So yes, the sub shop was originally open, serving to go, and then Mo most likely got COVID-19, so she shut the whole place down for safety and hasn't opened up since. I was wondering how Mo and her customers were dealing with this change. But before I could even finish asking the question, a small interruption to our phone call answered it for me. With this plan didn't work out, and this plan didn't.
Hang on a second, somebody.
That's okay.
Hang on. 2 seconds.
That's all right.
Not open yet. Next door. Sorry, somebody was at the door. Go ahead.
That's okay. Was that someone coming in to figure out if the shop was open?
Yeah. And that happens a couple, yeah. When we're down here, that's been happening a couple times a day.
And so you just have to turn them away, essentially?
Yep, not yet.
Yeah. Oh, that must be tough, though, for sure.
Oh, it's the worst because all of the people that were coming in here were getting a boost. You could watch their attitudes change, and that's, my favorite part of taking care of people is when they walk in and they kind of look like a sad, thirsty little plant, and then you give them food and you talk to them and you check in with them, and they look like you watered a plant. They perk right up, and they, it makes their day better. I miss visiting with them. I miss my customers. I miss my regulars. I miss taking care of people, and that's probably the hardest part.
Another difficult aspect would be time management. Mo is someone who uses every hour of her day to the fullest, sometimes working for 18 hours, not just on sub-shop related activities, but community events and volunteering. When she had to switch to a to-go service, it was a welcome challenge, a task to complete. Then she got sick. That was another challenge, another kind of task to complete. Then she got better, and she felt she could return back to her previous schedule of completing tasks and using every single hour of her day to the fullest.
And then there came, when I felt better, I was, all excited and woo! And I'm, okay, now I'm going to do all these things. I started to do, of course, 16 projects at once. And then I realized that I didn't have to. And that blew my mind. I'm wait, I can do one project at a time. I don't have to work 18 hours on this project in a day. So this actually forced me to slow down. And the scary part about slowing down on a normal day is that the rest of the world doesn't slow down too. This made everyone slow down. And it was a relief to me to be able to slow down without worrying about the sub shop.
Mo may not be worrying about the sub shop, but she's definitely making plans for it.
It's a bizarre relief to slow down, but it's also only if you can get a grip on that anxiety about when you're going to open and what your new normal will be. I'm a plan person. I always have 6 plans in my head. So I have, a plan to reopen when the sub shop is done being painted. I have a curbside plan. I have a carryout plan. I have a plan for when we're finally allowed to have people, how many people we're going to have in here, how will the chairs and tables be arranged to make it feel normal and comfortable and welcoming. How do you get comfortable with the new norm? You just make 16 plans about it, and if one doesn't work, you just keep falling back on those plans.
It's pretty easy to notice how ready Mo is to return to her old schedule, a schedule filled with food, good company, and hard work. It's something I noticed in our first episode together, this desire to take care of the people around her through the food and companionship she creates. Through this slowdown, the places have been switched. As illustrated in that earlier phone call interruption, it's now the community taking care of Mo.
The response to me being closed was not what I expected. I expected it to just kind of be quiet and me to just kind of duck out for a little while. But instead, people are on social media asking how they can support us. They are asking if I need anything. They are checking in. A lot of us are realizing who we worry about and who we want to check up on and who we care about, and how important it is to care about your community and take care of people. And then on top of it, it's so strange to turn around and have my community care for me so much.
I'm Haley Taylor, and thanks for listening to this episode of the Rough Draft Diaries.